It's showtime.
BSNBEER Media, in association with STWF TV, the podcasting network.
Introducing the best in the world. Yeah.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome in to Best in the World, hashtag BITW. I'm your host, Dale. With me this week, we got my friend Keith. What's going on, man?
What's up, Dale?
All good, man. We're going to talk some Backlash today. It's going to be a pay-per-view that's happening this Saturday in France. It's going to be a special start time. It's around 10 a.m. Eastern, something like that.
Oh, wow.
Whatever it is, I'm probably going to watch it on delay, so it don't matter.
Yeah, same.
So, but yeah, I'm so excited about the pay-per-view. It's the first pay-per-view after WrestleMania, the new Triple H era. How you been feeling about Triple H era so far, man?
And I'm happy.
Yeah.
We see direction on things, and these little branches of things don't just suddenly fall off the earth and never hear about them again.
Yeah.
It's refreshing.
I tell you what, man. I see a lot more new faces show up, and so we can see if how we can build these guys up and see how it turns out next WrestleMania. So that's the real key to show you're doing a good job, man. Get us excited about the next one. So let's talk some quick news real quick before we get into the Backlash card. Eric Rowan has re-signed with WWE, so we've been getting a lot of codes, QR codes showing up doing Raw, SmackDown and stuff. It's been pretty cool. Kind of great to chase all that stuff down. It's always one of the Bray Wyatt things, right? The build up.
Yeah, and rumor mill is kind of that it's reintroducing Bo Dallas.
Yeah,
kind of back into the WWE fold and doing something, not exactly Firefly Funhouse, but hopefully something kind of that creative type of a vein to honor the legacy of his brother.
Yeah.
And,
I think
Eric Rowan, yeah, I think so too. I think Rowan signing back on with the company is a great opportunity to have him included in that. Yeah.
So if you were, I guess, booking the new Wyatt family here, how would you do it? What members would you have?
Man,
I like the Uncle Howdy thing for sure.
Yeah, I think the shocker member and what would put them on the map would be have been pulled Rock's daughter up the main roster.
Right. Yeah. She was doing something pretty similar at NXT with Joe Gacy.
Okay, cool.
So we're thinking along the same lines, because for sure Eric Rowan is another good one to have with him, but Joe Gacy, he's got to be with them, in my opinion, because Joe Gacy had that same kind of I don't know, pack leader kind of thing, group that he was leading. It gave me a lot of Bray Wyatt kind of vibes. So I think he could fill in the leadership role with Uncle Howdy. I think that could be dynamic.
Yeah, like you said, I don't watch NXT or even read up much on it hardly at all. But just from what you're describing, it sounds like a lot of good personality traits that would really fit in with a good stable member. Just kind of not so much a reincarnation of the Wyatt family, but a recreation of.
Yeah, it's a different version.
2.0. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. I think it could be interesting. We'll see the writing, of course, that comes on with it, who they're going to feud with. All that stuff matters. But, you know, I think it's pretty interesting having them come back. Drew McIntyre has also resigned with the WWE. This has been like the longest contract negotiation ever. And it's gotten done now, and just in time for like Clash of the Castle coming up pretty soon. I think it's the right way to go. So I'm glad to see coming back.
Yeah, and I don't know that title picture is even going to need to be his focus anytime soon. I think they let Priest wait long enough to cash in. I don't think they're going to take the strap off of him anytime just real soon.
Yeah.
And like you and I were talking about before the show, just the sheer embarrassment of it all for McIntyre losing it so suddenly after having won the belt, still in the shadow of the WrestleMania sign with his family cheering for him in the front row, having just won the world title in front of people on the grandest stage of them all. And
good writing for sure. I love that.
Absolutely.
And I think it just makes the match between him and CM Punk that much bigger whenever it happens. As soon as Punk is cleared. So,
and honestly, it doesn't even have to be confined to one match. WWE is notorious for overbooking repeat matches, but
yes,
if they can do some things to keep it fresh, and I don't want to see 3 straight TLC matches between the two of them. I want to see 3 straight anything matches between the two of them. But mix it up some and not have it be the 3 straight matches in a row for the two of them either.
Right.
Have them do some other stuff between it. I mean, even if it's just a little bit of filler.
Yeah.
Well,
but I mean, they've got a lot of animosity built up. Definitely interest from fans because of social media posts. So it's going to be a big match when it happens.
Yeah, and Clash at the Castle is going to be a big showcase for McIntyre. Whatever they end up doing with him there.
Yep. All right, let's get into Backlash, man. Let's talk some Backlash. Once again, if anybody out there would like to, share some thoughts about Backlash, submit your comment. We'll put it up and we'll discuss it and everything like that. So, let's get started with this card. Let's start off with Kevin Owens and Randy Orton versus the Bloodline, Solo Sikoa and MFT Tamatonga. So, real question. What do you think MFT stands for?
Man, I don't know. I haven't even thought about it.
I'm thinking it's My Family Tree.
Maybe.
Because of the whole tree they did with WrestleMania and stuff. Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
But it sounds stupid saying my MFT, Tamatonga, and then be my MF, my family tree is kind of crazy. So
maybe Mavia family tree, maybe.
That might be it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That might be it. So just one of those things they're just throwing out there that we don't have no clue about as wrestling fans. So.
Yeah. I mean, this match, it feels to me like they're just kind of throwing Owens and Orton together for filler more than anything.
Yeah.
This match is to start another chapter of Bloodline storyline. An offshoot sister show, whatever you want to call it. Don't know much about Tonga. But I think it's going to be a good chance for him and Solo to really start breaking off on their own, kind of another faction of the bloodline.
Right.
Getting out from under the shadow of Roman Reigns is going to be useful. And Solo was a good enforcer for Roman's title matches. It kept him champ for as long as he was in a lot of matches, but his one-loss record was just abysmal for the past year and a half.
It's true. This is true. No lies told there. So I had to kind of, well, I didn't do a whole bunch of research, but I did a little bit of research about Tama Tonga, and it turns out it looks like he helped to form the Bullet Club originally in New Japan along with Finn Balor at that time. So it looked like he's a legit talent, wrestling talent that we just don't know about yet.
Right.
So this is interesting having him come in with the bloodline, and we'll see how he does, especially with Solo Sikoa looking like he's taking over the bloodline, and Paul Heyman is always just like scared, scared to death.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, with Solo destroying the phone and everything like that, we'll see what ends up happening when Roman gets back with that. But until then, I think it's been pretty entertaining, and I don't see as any way the bloodline loses here. I just think they put two good names together just to have it be a nice win for the bloodlines.
Yeah, unless the next chapter is to split the two of them apart. But again, it just Orton and Owens just feels too much like just a throw together, throw away, one night, one match team.
Yeah, right.
For it to go that way.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't feel like they're a big part of the bigger picture for the story.
Yep. And Kevin Owens was like a original problem for the bloodline, right? Like this goes back a long time ago.
True.
So there you go.
What will be real interesting, and just off the top of my head, see Orton turn on Owens for the problems that he had given the bloodline, and Orton join Tonga and what's his name for this new faction of the bloodline.
Solo?
Yeah.
I could see
like
that.
I said, way out of left field, but it's a new day.
It is.
It's a new era. We're trying new things. Yeah.
All right, let's move to our next matchup for the WWE Women's Championship. Bayley, the champion, versus Tiffany Stratton. Is Tiffy time versus Naomi here? I think this is a real good matchup. Really athletic ladies in this matchup. I think it's going to be pretty good. Now, from what I'm seeing from the WWE, they present Tiffany Stratton in a way that you're supposed to present a heel.
Right.
And us WWE fans are like, we don't care if she is beautiful. Yay, Tiffy time.
Right. Yeah, and I think all of that is going to figure into a little bit longer term storytelling than having her win the belt now.
Yeah.
She's red hot.
She is.
And a big piece of it is what you were just talking about. She's being presented as a heel, and fans just aren't having
Yeah.
it. It's a big part of why Becky got over as much as she did a couple years ago.
Yeah.
That and get her face broken and blood running down her cheek.
That helped a lot.
SmackDown. Yeah. But yeah, I think they're going to do a little more of a slow build to Tiffy Time's character.
Right.
It's too soon to have her win the belt.
Yes. I agree.
The build up for Bayley was too long for her to lose the belt this quickly as well. And also on top of that, I haven't heard this talked about any, but really, it wouldn't surprise me. Surprise me even less if Vince was still in charge, but still, I kind of think that Naomi's going to have to hang around and kind of pay her dues again for a little while, having come back to the WWE after walking out.
Okay.
Right now, I kind of think the only reason she was allowed to walk back in at all was because I got the impression she's very much a follower on that whole walkout deal.
I could agree with that. The whole following thing, but she went out and she did her thing in Impact.
Yeah.
And she was champ pretty much most of that time, but her presentation looks pretty similar to the way she left WWE. She brought that same presentation to Impact using her real name Trinity, but now the same thing, she's using it's home music again, and I think the crowd is really responding to her pretty much the same way. So, but you do have a good point that they may end up making her pay her dues, where she's not going to get the championship anytime soon because of that walkout. So, yeah, I agree with that.
And I think that having her not be reinvented upon her return kind of speaks to that. I think they're going to have her same appearance, same persona, everything that she had when she left. Have her come back, and storyline anyway, as far as WWE is concerned, not necessarily having experienced much growth career-wise during the time away. Was the same character and same move set, presentation, like you said, everything anyway. And like I said, fans still react to that the same way they always did, and it gets a little stale after not very long for me. I think the fans signal for when her dues are paid and she's going to start getting a push again. We're going to see her get reinvented or reinvent herself.
So I kind of go back, and this just kind of brings up Cody Rhodes, though. So I'm going back to an interview from Cody Rhodes talking about coming back and meeting with Vince McMahon. And he was like, this is my presentation. Like, this is Cody Rhodes. This is what you're getting. Like this same entrance music. This is my logo. This is what I'm wearing. Like, this is it. And Vince was like, yeah, that's what we want. That's what we're paying for. And so I'm thinking WWE looked at Naomi the same way. Like, yeah, that's what we want. That's what we're paying for. So
that's an interesting take. And interesting that I'm seeing it completely differently for the two different wrestlers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess some of it for me, it was pretty obvious from day one that Cody was being brought back in to win that world title and quote unquote finish his story.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sometime in the next year or two. And so all of it was kind of a build toward that. With Naomi, I don't get the sense of any kind of ultimate direction for her.
Yeah.
Not having been brought back for anything like that anyway. She's not going to be the star of that show.
Right. Yeah. So I am concerned about her really kind of floating storylines, right? So she was with Bianca and Jade. Now they got their own thing. So now she floats somewhere else. And she's going for a title, still pretty good, but the story there isn't much story in this matchup at all, which is a problem. So we'll see. So who you got winning the matchup?
I think Bayley keeps the belt.
Okay. I agree. I believe it's going to be Bayley as well, retaining the championship here. So, all right, let's go to our next matchup. for the WWE Tag Team Championships. A-Town Down Under, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller versus the Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford. I think this is another matchup. Don't really have much of a story to it. It's just, you know, they needed some contenders. Street Profits are legitimate contenders. So if they can take a pin, and which I believe that's what they will do.
Yeah, I think so too. This is a 12-minute match.
Right.
It's not going to be a squash or anything, but it's going to help put over A-Town.
Yes. Yes, exactly. That's the purpose of this match. Put over A-Town Down Under. Where do you see them going as a tag team themselves? Do you see them going far as a tag team, or I don't really know myself. Grayson's interesting. Austin Theory is hateable for sure, but
yeah,
is it go away heat, or is it kind of more like Dom Mysterio kind of heat where we respect you, so we're gonna boo you?
Yeah, I don't know, and I'm still not sure it's entirely that for Dom, and not a good chunk of go away heat, but that's another story for another time.
No. Dom is good, bro. Dom is
okay. Now I think that pairing could have some potential for a split between the two of them and a face turn for one of them. As much as fans have refused to get behind Theory when they try to give him a face push,
look like you froze up on me, Keith. Keith, you there?
Sorry, I lost you there for a second.
Okay.
Hold
Yeah.
on. Okay. I hear me now.
Okay. Can you hear me?
I do hear you.
All right, got you.
I wasn't hearing me before now, dude. That's weird. Okay.
Someone said you like Triple H. Did you marry Stephanie?
Yeah. Yeah, I think A-Town Down Under is going to retain.
Yeah.
Built their resume a little bit.
Yeah.
But ultimately, I think how far they go is going to depend on what fan reaction is and how much heat they get. And like you're talking about, what kind of heat it is.
Yeah.
Whoa. What's up, fellas?
What's up, Jay? We're talking about the WWE Tag Team Championship match between A-Town Down Under and the Street Profits. Who would you pick in that matchup?
Well, you know, I gotta go with the Street Profits, man.
Okay.
The people that won't smoke. It's been some time since they've been in that championship picture, and I'm a firm believer in, Triple H want to make his best talent shine. Bianca Belair, she's been in the spotlight, so it's time for her husband to get that shine out.
Yeah, for
and then think about it. It'll be the first black husband and wife to hold a tag team championships at the same time.
This is true.
That's history, man.
Yeah,
that's history.
This is true. I didn't think about that one.
Okay, I'm looking forward to it, man.
I'm going to duck out and come back in again.
Okay.
Okay.
Oops. My bad.
Oh, yeah. It's obvious.
So yeah, I'm thinking Grayson Waller and Austin Theory is going to retain. I'm thinking they put Street Profits there so they can have a legitimate tag team to beat, to make their tag team orbital. That's just what I'm thinking there. So,
I mean, you're not thinking wrong, because even with this shakeup that they did with the draft, I mean,
right.
They don't really have too many solidified long-term tag teams that's been together. They trying to do this thing with Kevin Owens and Randy Orton, and they just trying to put the two eyeballs together again.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
SmackDown is known for that.
It's true. That's true. SmackDown definitely do that a lot. So,
Oh no, wait. Who went over to the draft? A team did go over to SmackDown. DIY.
oh yeah. We're getting to them too.
So yeah, okay. So yeah, they I guess they got some contention going.
Yeah.
But honestly, I feel like this A-Town Down Under thing has run its course. I'm just gonna be real.
Okay.
You know,
so you
Austin
think
Theory is
be
becoming a
better?
little stale.
Okay. Yeah. So you think the Austin Theory's heat is go away heat and not we respect you, so we're gonna bully you kind of heat?
I think it's just like who said it before? I think it was Bobby Lashley.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "Man, it's the same old generic person."
Okay.
You know, it was
Right.
John Cena. It was this person. It was that person, and that's kind of what it is. I want to see more from Grayson, because I mean, he had a little character develop with his with his Way family, and when he first came in, but it's got to go. It got to keep going.
Yeah,
because he's gonna get lost in the sauce.
Yeah, I'm kind of upset they stuck him into a tag team. Honestly, he was like the next Miz to me. If you don't put him with anybody, put him with Miz.
Right, and that's what I was saying. Like, he was like the next Miz, and well, honestly, I can see why they did Grayson Waller, but it's like Grayson Waller just got upgraded from NXT. You know, you needed something to do with him. And then you have Austin Theory, who's been on the main roster maybe 2 years, but still hasn't found himself.
Yeah.
The fans really don't like have they have an opinion, but it's not like good heat. And it ain't, like cheering, it ain't really passionate cheering behind him.
Right.
He's an athletic genius, but
yeah,
you got to do more.
Yep. Agree with you. Let's go to our next matchup. The WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane versus Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. This is one where in the Royal Rumble, where we saw Jade debut, I said I wanted to see her and Bianca tag team, and now we have it. And I'm pretty sure we're going to see them take home the tag team gold. What do you think, Keith?
Yeah, I think we're going to see Jade take it home this time. I think that team has been workhorses and in a lot of ways carried that division on their back a lot of the time. Don't be surprised if Bayley comes out and gets involved just enough to cost the Kabuki Warriors of titles.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that too.
I think there's still going to be a little storyline resentment for them turning on her before too long.
Right. Okay. All right, Jay, what you think about this matchup?
Well, I want to touch on something he said. Well, aren't the Kabuki Warriors and I forgot her name. Are Damage Control on Raw now?
Yeah, they did get drafted to Raw. But the tag team champions can go anywhere.
Right. Okay. Because I would think they bring back the women's tag team for every brand now, because you're trying to create this brand separation. In my hopes of just it being back like it used to be, SmackDown versus Raw. Then they had ECW, and now you got NXT, SmackDown versus Raw versus NXT. That's my hopes. Because Survivor Series need to be Survivor Series. But to touch on that, you did call your shot with that tag team, and they taking home the gold. I strongly believe they taking home the gold, because every time the women division gets stale, who you can count on? You could count on EST. And now you got JADE. So this free agent talent, they're gonna definitely dominate. Like, I'm talking about dominate.
Yeah,
So
and that's what I had in my head too, thinking about the two of those athletes.
Right.
Yes. Honestly, I want to. This is a prediction. Now, this is a prediction, not a spoiler.
All right.
Jade gonna turn on Bianca Belair, and they're gonna have a match at SummerSlam.
Okay, all the way to SummerSlam. All right.
Yeah,
that's
SummerSlam.
a shot there. Okay, I can see it happening. I don't know about SummerSlam though.
The only reason I said that is because I did go back and watch Jade work at AEW.
Yeah,
and she works phenomenal as a heel.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
phenomenal.
Yeah. So
Bianca haven't had that powerhouse. You had Nia Jax, but that's really nothing. I'm not trying to disrespect her like that. That's not the competition we're looking for Bianca.
Okay.
So you got Jade. That can be a rivalry like Lita and Trish Stratus.
Yeah.
That could be something timeless.
Yes, this is money. Money to be made there, sure.
Especially given the physiques of those two. Think about some of the signature matches they could have with them. Hell in a Cell match, tables, ladders, and chairs. The builds of those two ladies.
Last woman standing.
Yes.
There you go.
Look, any guy who watched AEW and WWE at the same time, like we've been fantasy booking this for years. So
yes. Yeah, when I first seen her, I was like, man, that'd be a perfect person for Bianca.
Yes.
I despise AEW. I feel like AEW is a ripoff of WCW, and picking up just the weights of WWE. Well, I don't want to call them weights, but what I'm trying to say. Just the talent that WWE doesn't want or can't afford.
Right, yeah. People they cut pretty much. So, yep. I'm with you.
The afterthoughts roster.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, they have a talented roster, but they don't have the storylines.
Yeah. Yep. Although, hey, did you watch this Wednesday, Jay?
No, and I'm gonna say no because I said every time I say I'm gonna watch AEW, something else pop up. But I'm gonna definitely watch the replay tonight. Probably after this
So
at this podcast.
last week on AEW, like Tony Khan took like a tombstone pile driver, right? And and so now there's really nobody left to run the show. So the EVPs are actually running the show. So it continues from there pretty much.
Okay. I guess I see what you said last week, right?
Yeah.
So was this before it was on Dynamite before the draft, the NFL draft?
Yeah. The draft was on Thursday, so yeah.
But no. I was talking about it happened on Thursday?
No, last week on Dynamite, Wednesday. Yeah. Oh,
I'm tripping. I keep thinking about the on Thursdays.
Yeah.
But so that happened before the draft. So it could have been just a storyline, just so he could be out of it, so he could help his dad with the Jags.
Yeah. So at the draft, he showed up with like a little neck brace at the draft.
Man, stop playing. Well, at least he's trying to sell it. I give him that. He's a wrestling fan. Like he looking at like old school, like how you could not catch none of them without their gimmick.
Yes.
So I give. And you say the EVPs. That would be the Young Bucks, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
So you gotta check it out, bro. For real, it's good.
Did Kenny Omega come back?
Yeah, that's why you gotta watch it.
Oh shit. So all right. Okay, so you calling me out. I'm gonna definitely watch it. I'm gonna definitely
for sure.
check it out because it seems interesting. It seems like they're taking WWE book.
They're actually making a story here. It's actually compelling. So yeah.
Okay.
All right. Let's look at the next matchup here. For the Intercontinental Championship, we got Sami Zayn versus Chad Gable. This is something that people that watch this show, they've been saying, hey, put the strap on Gable for a while. Now, I don't know if they feel the same way now since he turned heel, but tell me what you think about this matchup, Keith.
Oh, I think Gable turning heel makes it even more interesting to put the belt on him. Sammy's been just digging in for a long time, and really putting in the work, and got that belt around his waist. For him to lose it, his first title defense, would really help build that heel persona of Chad Gable.
It would help him, for real. It really would.
Yeah, it would, but it wouldn't be title defense because he beat Chad Gable in his first title defense.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it was on Raw or something. I think it was on Raw, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I guess I must have overlooked that one, but I think that Gable stands to benefit a lot more from winning it than Sami Zayn does from keeping it at this point. Sami Zayn has done enough. He's a star in his own right, with or without a belt around his waist.
True.
He's over.
You really convinced me here, Keith. You really convinced me.
Well, I got
Benjamin?
him, and I
was just going to say,
I gotta
fans
agree.
been clamoring for Gable to win that Intercontinental belt too.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate to say it, but it's a lot more believable for him to beat Sami Zayn than for Chad Gableton to beat a man twice his size, Gunther.
Well, I can't say that. I can't say that because he's an Olympian. He's an Olympian.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So he could break it down. That was honestly, I'm mad WWE took that away from Gable. Which, like I said, Sammy, you know, like you commented and said, Sammy's a phenomenal talent with or without the belt. I think they just wanted to, while he had that role right after WrestleMania with Kevin Owens, they wanted to keep him in the mix. But shout out to my boy too. I'm gonna get a truth and nothing but the truth. We so tired of Sami Zayn, bro. Like Bloodline story, Kevin Owens' best friend story. He lost his passion. He had to get it back. Like, we get it. You know, we get it. But give it to somebody that haven't had it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just that time. I mean, Sammy, they could find something for Sammy to do. Sammy could do anything, literally. You know, and honestly, I feel like Chad Gable is Kurt Angle all over again.
Mm-hmm.
And this reminded me a lot of the Team Angle storyline. So it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I think Sammy keeps it on Saturday, but eventually Gable gets it.
Okay.
It's gonna be into some type of best out of 3, and not a spoiler, a prediction.
Right.
Otis. Otis is gonna interfere and give his best friend Master Gable his first championship.
I like it. Jay, I like that. I like that a lot.
I mean, I do too, because I'm just speaking from a fan, because that would be phenomenal. Because we haven't seen heel Otis either.
Yes. I mean, Otis need a refresh.
Yes, definitely.
The
whole team needs a refresh.
Yeah.
And I like the idea of a little bit more of a slow build towards that title for Gable too.
Mm-hmm. Well, shit, it's been almost a year slow build.
Yeah. Okay. I like everything y'all said. I think we're gonna have that interference by Chad Gable team, most likely Otis. And we're going to see a title change. I think it makes sense. Sammy got his WrestleMania moment. He got like the crowd pop in front of his hometown and all that stuff. I think he's all good with losing the title anyway.
I think he might have hurt himself on Monday night too. Doing that same little flip off the ropes on the outside.
Right.
With the ankle.
but sunset flip or something like that almost.
Yeah, it was like a sunset. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know what you mean.
And then to be honest with you, I don't think he's had a rest. Has he rested since WrestleMania last year?
He had a little bit of a break after the whole Sammy Uso thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, he had a little bit of a break, but yeah, I think this will do it for Gable, and I think this is a perfect transitional kind of championship in the way that you get the title off of Gunther, pass it to Gable, so it makes sense to me.
Yeah, and you hate to use that term transitional champion for a talent like Sami Zayn, but
hey, it all has a purpose,
right?
Yeah,
and that's why I can't see him losing this Saturday. Like, to be honest with you, let him put up a little bit more of a fight. Don't let him be a Drew McIntyre.
Okay. All right. Well, before we move on to our next matchup, man, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back with more.
This is an emergency message. Stop what you're doing and hit the like button. Also comment and subscribe. Thank you. We now return you to your program.
Best in the world. We are back. We're breaking down this card for Backlash. So let's start off with our next matchup for the World Tag Team Championships. Awesome Truth, The Miz and R-Truth versus DIY, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, or should we call them DX? What you think about this one, Keith?
Well, it kind of depends on which one of those names you really think is going to fit them better. If they're the new DX, then put the belts on them, I guess. They've got kind of a look that Triple H likes, I think even more than Vince did. Got a couple, not just overly monstrously built, especially Ciampa. Just kind of looks kind of mean, but I don't know. I think there's too much of an entertainment factor to be pulled out of Awesome Truth having the belts right now. And I think they lose a lot of that entertainment value if they don't have the belts. They're not going to be featured as prominently on TV for sure.
Right.
So I think they hang on to them for their entertainment value, if nothing else.
All right.
For another show or two, anyway.
Yeah. All right. Jay, what you got?
Well, I completely agree with that. I mean, especially, I would love to see BIX with the championships, but just looking at how the draft unfolded. Candice, Indy, they're both on SmackDown, so BIX winning the Raw championships, it's highly unlikely because they're trying to keep the family together.
Right.
Yeah.
But for entertainment purpose, I would love to see DIX. But Awesome Truth is doing a good job. Like, honestly, this really bringing back the nostalgia of the 2000s, like, and the 10s. Because Triple H, it was part of that creative team. They was doing these things. And also to give you a little info on DIX, those are Triple H guys. He groomed those guys in Black and Gold NXT. So he's definitely got plans on them winning the championship.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I don't think it's time for it yet.
Yeah.
Well, with them moving over to SmackDown, honestly, it would probably be the perfect group to get it away from A-Town Down Under.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I can see that happening. Before this matchup, I think Awesome Truth retains here. I think you're going to at least give R-Truth some more run as a tag team champ here, especially in front of the French crowd. Like, he's going to be real over for sure.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
oh wait, DIX might be turning heel too.
Okay.
I forgot about Ciampa. He didn't shake Miz and R-Truth and.
Huh.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, he
so,
sat on the edge of the ring.
All right.
Yeah, he's got a
So,
lot of potential as a heel, that's for sure.
oh yeah.
Well,
So in NXT, Ciampa and Gargano, they had a crazy rivalry.
Ciampa turned on Johnny. And
Yeah, bro.
when I tell you,
it was like heartbreaking passion.
if you think Trick and Mello
Yes.
was something, that is nothing compared to Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa in NXT. Ciampa hated, like, it almost reminded me of Triple H and Shawn Michaels for real. Ciampa hated Johnny.
Yeah. I think they're best friends like real life. So like when they fight, they actually fight.
Oh yeah, they definitely fight.
Yeah, bro. That rivalry was outstanding though. But the biggest thing was the whole thing of when Ciampa did it, you thought the show was going off. They showed the lower third, like trademark and all this kind of stuff. You thought the show was going off, and then Ciampa just beat the crap out of Gargano. It was
beat the holy hell out of him.
Huh.
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, if you have Peacock, definitely go check out that rivalry because that's what got me into NXT.
Agreed.
I didn't think they was coming hard like that.
Yep.
Then I think they battled for like 6 takeovers. Like they got
so
enemies.
Many matches. Yes. They got so many matches, bro, for real. Now you know what got me with NXT? It was I believe it was like 1 week Finn Balor had a match. I think it was like Sami Zayn. And Finn Balor.
Oh, you talking about throwback?
Yeah, it was throwback. Finn Balor hit that stomp. That's the first time I ever seen that stomp. Like, oh my goodness! Like, how do you stomp somebody on the back of the head like that?
Yeah, that I'm not gonna lie to you. That was worse than anything Seth Rollins did. Like, there was like NXT is literally the Attitude Era.
Yeah, man. Like,
literally,
it was phenomenal, dude.
Yes.
All right, let's get back on track here. The World Heavyweight Championship. Damian Priest, the champion, versus Jey Uso. What you think about this matchup, Keith?
I think Priest retains on this one. I think they had him hold on to that Money in the Bank way too long and had him tease it way too many times for him to finally cash it in successfully and have him lose it in the first PLE out of the gate.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. And on top of that, I think there's still too much story to be built with him as champion. I think Drew McIntyre bleeds over into that eventually. I don't know if McIntyre so much becomes part of the title contender picture as he does just the overall effect on the title picture.
Do you think Judgment Day factors in at all?
Yeah, eventually. I don't know. This match coming up Saturday, I don't think they're going to. I think this is going to be a good match for Priest to establish his dominance of being worthy of having cashed in that briefcase.
Right. Okay.
Especially since he had some help cashing it in, obviously, from Punk. I think this is going to be a good chance for him to show he can actually win the match on his own.
Yep. All right. Jay, what you got?
I completely agree with that as well. I mean, he needs to show assert his dominance, and you could tell with what his character is saying. You know, he's letting Judgment Day stay. He's letting them know, stay out of my business. Like, I'm the punishment of Judgment Day. I don't need y'all. Y'all need me.
Right.
So if Judgment Day interferes, here's another. This is gonna be a spoiler. If Judgment Day interferes, he's done with Judgment Day. Especially with Mommy gone, he's done with Judgment Day.
Yeah.
And because honestly, he wants to be that fighting champion. Like honestly, he's at that weird point to where he's a heel but a baby face at the same time.
Yep.
You know, just like how Mommy is. And they can't take the scrap. If they take the scrap off him, it's gonna be people gonna be mad.
Yes.
Because you waited a year for, like you said, waited a year for a cash in. When he cashed in, he had help from Punk. You know, it's not the ideal situation he might have wanted to cash in, but he cashed in. So you got to give him at least 2 to 3 pay-per-views, at least.
Yeah.
Hell, I even say let him lose the title and he gain it back.
Okay.
So
I can see that.
So I'm thinking. Now my mind go to think. I go to fantasy booking. You got CM Punk and Drew McIntyre, right? So you got them 9 times out of 10. That is your number 1 contenders picture right there. Because Drew got claims to the title because he lost it. He was the last one to hold it. And Punk is, you know, Punk is Punk.
Yep.
So you want that star power.
Yep.
So they're gonna face each other. Damien gonna be Uso. Next pay-per-view is gonna come down to CM Punk, McIntyre, Jey Uso, and somebody. We're gonna say somebody else. And then I feel like it's gonna be a gauntlet match or something. And CM Punk and McIntyre are gonna be put in a 3-way with Drew McIntyre at the next pay-per-view.
There we go.
Perfect way.
All right.
Perfect way.
I like this booking here.
I'm telling you, man, they need to hire me. Shoot. They need to hire me. I love this stuff.
That's right. I would say Damian Priest retains as champ. Of course, I believe it's going to be a good match. But yeah, I believe this is the point in time where we have to see Damian Priest dominate. And yeah, I don't know exactly where this is going to leave Judgment Day at the end of the day when, you know, when it's all said and done here. But I see more friction starting up within the Judgment Day for sure. And and Damian Priest being more upset with everybody else losing, especially McDonough. McDonough always lose. Like
oh yeah, he I don't think he won a match since he joined Judgment Day.
Right. And with them having this whole mess up face after getting punched in the face with Super Bowl rings and stuff.
Oh my God. Did you see the imprint in his face?
Yes.
He posted the picture on Twitter. Oh my God. You could see the Lombardi trophy in his forehead. Wow. I can't believe they really let him get punched with them Super Bowl rings.
It's so good. It's so good because everybody just threw the hell out of him. They don't care.
Well, I'm gonna say I don't think it was the real Super Bowl rings. It probably was replicas, but
no, it wasn't the real ones.
Yeah, but that shit still hurt.
Yeah.
I thought it was a good way to involve Patrick Mahomes too. So
right.
And I think Priest is retaining on this one, and they need to build up his kind of dominant persona legacy a little bit.
Right.
And to do that, he really needs to separate from the Judgment Day. And I think him having the belt actually going to be a good vehicle for separating him from that faction. And they've got some interesting directions they can take that storyline wise, separate them out. And like you were talking about too, I think there's some friction coming. There's some friction in Judgment Day pretty obvious already. I think it's coming to a head pretty soon.
Yeah. Yep, for sure. All right, and the main event for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship, Cody Rhodes, the champion, versus AJ Styles. This is the first defense for Cody Rhodes here. So after, finishing his story, there's no way in the world he's going to lose this one. So I'm going with Cody Rhodes. What do you think, Keith?
Yeah, I'm with you. AJ Styles has been a working man for the past 25 years, and he's had some title runs. I don't think this is going to be one of them. Now, it may be a good match to revitalize his career. They put a good, strong heel turn on him somehow. Reinventing oneself and going to the other side of the aisle is a good way to draw some attention, if nothing else. I think the big titles are probably beyond AJ at this point. But I think him losing this match made that much more put Cody over.
Yeah. Okay. What you think, Jay?
Well, I agree with both of y'all. I mean, I don't think there's a fantasy booker in the world that thinks Cody Rhodes is going to lose his first the title defense after he completed the story. But like you say, AJ Styles is a formidable opponent. Sure. I mean, come on now. LA Knight don't bring the star power. I'm just going to be real. He's over right now, but not as much as star power and athleticism as AJ Styles. So this is a perfect first defense for Cody. You know, and honestly, I would love to see them two Georgia boys get down.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a compliment of styles. And, you know, with the OC being drafted back and Meacham being drafted back to SmackDown, I think the whole OC is this is a way for them to get back together.
Okay.
You know, AJ Styles take this loss to Cody to the heart, you know, and OC just come in and they jump him. I mean,
okay. I like being able to have some kind of storyline for the OC themselves because I think they've been wasted for the most part. So
even in NXT, they haven't done anything.
Right.
They were supposed to go down there and win a tag team championships, but they lost. Like, what are you doing with them?
Yep.
That's letting so much history go to waste. So just history behind those names.
Yep. This was
and also, oh my God, we forgot y'all. My bad. I didn't mean to cut y'all off, but we forgot.
What's that?
This the Bullet Club leaders.
Yes. Yes.
But in a first time ever match. So it makes hella sense for the Big LG, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson to come in and interfere.
Okay. Okay.
Because they got history with both of them.
Yes. So who do they come in to help?
Wow.
AJ was just bad to them, right?
I mean, he was just bad to them, but you gotta think about it. AJ was their leader and been with them since before Cody. Right. Cody kind of got over with the Young Bucks in them in Bullet Club. You know, so is a way to put that. I noticed they're talking a lot more about New Japan,
right?
In the histories and stuff. So that might come into play because I don't know if Cody and the Young Bucks kick Luke Gallows and them out of the Bullet Club because AJ regime was all the way out by the time Cody and the Young Bucks came in.
True.
You start drawing some of those loyalty lines in the sand.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So this seems I like the way this goes here. If they indeed follow through and go with the OC getting involved, it makes a lot of sense. Triple H, you can use that idea if you want to.
There you go. Our gift to you.
Definitely a huge gift.
That's right, man. That's right. So, yep, that's gonna wrap up the Backlash card, man. Which match are you looking forward to the most here, Jay?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm liking the Mafia feel. I'm loving it, man. This new bloodline, Solo Sikoa.
Okay.
Then you got my dog Taka. Oh man, I'm loving it. So I can't wait to see what it's going. Because you know I've been talking about this since I've been joining y'all.
Right. Yeah. I remember that.
This real Civil War, bruh. I can't wait for it. Then you got oh my God, Jacob Fatu debut.
Yeah,
He debuts at Backlash.
Okay, all right.
He's already signed the contract.
Okay.
Booker said he already signed it. So he debuts at Backlash.
All right. There we go. That's the thing then. If he gonna debut, this is gonna be real good then. So do you think he sticks with Solo's bloodline?
Oh, definitely. This is Solo's variation because you got to think about it. Solo is that what they call them, the street legend or something like that.
Street champ.
So yeah, the street champ. This everything about Solo, Taka, because I think Taka Dan was called a man of violence or something, or some more of violence or something like that.
Right.
Everything is just rootless.
Yeah.
So this fits Solo. Then Jacob, he's rootless. He's been rootless and down at MLW. So perfect to put him in there. Man, I can't wait for it.
All right, Keith.
And Roman ain't got nothing to do with none of this.
It's true.
Because I think they say they're trying to turn Roman babyface.
I think that's what's going to happen because now you start to see signs saying we want Roman, and they proud saying it.
Yes. So this is my question: do you think Solo's variation of the bloodline is The Rock's bloodline, or do you think The Rock is back in Roman?
Yes, I think Solo is getting really orders from The Rock ultimately.
Yep. I think so too.
Yes.
Me too. Likewise.
Yep. I like it. Keith, favorite match?
I think probably the two that I'm looking forward to the most are the Damien Priest and Cody Rhodes title matches.
Okay.
Both of those, I think they've got opponents that line up and complement their styles really well. I think those matches are going to be really entertaining. I think both those matches have a lot of story potential built into them. And good kind of first chapter of the story potential in these two matches. So, yeah.
I'm going to pick the women's tag team match, Kabuki Warriors versus Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. I think I'm looking forward to the title change, but I'm looking forward to them just like wrecking the entire women's division afterwards. That's what I'm looking forward to the most. So.
Yeah, that's my second. I'm not even gonna lie to you because cruisers versus giants, that's always a good thing.
Yep. Exactly. So all right, man, I appreciate y'all joining us today, man, on the show. This was fun for sure, talking Backlash, and I'm looking forward to watching the pay-per-view. Hopefully you guys are too. Look, check back with us next week. We're gonna be back talking more wrestling. Maybe we revisit this pay-per-view. Maybe we talk about what's going on. Just let us know what you want to talk about. We're here to talk with you. So see y'all next week. Kenny Omega, can you take us out, please?
Must bid you adieu. Goodbye. Mwah. Good night. Bang! Yes!
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.